standing here tonight, I'm very humble and I'm very honored to be here with one of the founding fathers of gospel quartet music, a legend in his own time, 87 years old, Spencer Taylor Jr., leader of the legendary Highway QCs. Mr. Taylor, how are you?
I'm fine, very good, very good, very good. God take care of me so good, I got to let him know that I appreciate everything. Very good.
Well, you look well. Now, real briefly, because we're doing a documentary called The Gospel Sound, which takes us back to the origin of the African-American gospel quartet, which started with like the Fairfield Four, the Golden Gate Singers, and then later on, you guys, from the Soul Stirrers to the Highway QCs. Just give us the Highway QC story real briefly.
Well, the Highway QC started as a teenager group. The foundation, the beginning of Highway QC's, Mr. Charles Copeland was the one that got them together, and they were teenagers. It started in Chicago, Illinois, and that was back in 1945. And from that, they came out of that group with Sam Cooke. Johnny Taylor came later, and then I came right after Johnny came in, and that's how they got going. And from there they went on and on. Then I become after Johnny left, I went to Soul Stirrers. I was the real lead singer, the only lead singer then. And Sam went to Soul Stirrers also from the
Well, now, see, you were mentioning names that probably some of our younger gospel quartet groups don't really even know. They know of Sam Cooke and Johnny Taylor, but you're talking about the Soul Stirrers and people of that nature. A lot of our younger gospel singers have forgotten about these guys. Now, when you were a kid, who were some of the groups?
When I came up, the Soul Stirrers was one of the most popular groups. That was even before Sam. They had a lead singer by the name of Reba Harris. He was the lead singer. He was one of the founders of the Soul Stirrers. And the Fairfield Four, we used to listen to the Fairfield Four. We used to come on WLAC every Sunday morning.
Nashville, Tennessee.
Yeah, Nashville, Tennessee. Had a theme song, Remember Me. And they was quite known. Then came Pilgrim Travelers. Everybody knew about the Golden Gate. Golden Gate used to come on every day, a certain time in the day, and everybody that didn't have radio to be trying to make it to somebody else's house.
Well, now, there are only a few of you guys from that era that are still performing, like I think you and the Swanee Quintet from that area. Now, from that era of gospel music. Now, I'm not talking about the late 50s and the 60s era with the Mighty Clouds, Pilgrim Jubilees, Keynotes, those guys. But out of that 30s and 1940s era of gospel quartet, there's only like a couple of you guys. Am I right? Like, is there the Swanees?
Swanee Quintet, yeah. Swanee Quintet was an older group, and all the original Swanees, I think, has passed. I'm sure they have. I met the Swanees even before I left Chicago. First time I met them was in Chicago. But Reverend Willingham was the lead singer. That was Charlie Barneswell and James Anderson, and these were, and Rufus. These were just the original members of the Swanee Quintet.
So there's still like a few of you guys, like I think the Nightingales. The Nightingales still perform.
Joe
right?
Wallace, yeah.
Sensational Nightingales,
right.
And the Swanee Quintet, and then of course the Highway QCs.
Right.
Now you are 87 years old as of today, and that's a blessing within itself to still be out here singing and doing what you've done for so many years, making a living at it, and God has preserved you and kept you. Now, what I want you to do is just look in the camera and give some of these younger gospel groups some encouragement, or give them some inspiration or some advice that can carry them into the next generation of gospel singers.
Thank you so much. Well, the first thing to sing gospel music, period, you got to be born again. You got to accept Christ as your personal Savior. That's the first thing you must do. There's no might. You got to do that. And then, and as you listen to older groups when they're trying to tell you something to do, you need to listen to that. Because a lot of young groups, they make mistakes on their recording. They get bad contracts, and they need a lawyer. Never sign a contract on your own. Get your lawyer to make all your business deals. And these are things that you must do. You can sing real good and make a big record and not make any money, so you must get a lawyer.
All right. 87 years old today, here at the 14th Annual Ecclesiastical Gospel Celebration in Memphis, Tennessee. The documentary is That Gospel Sound. This is Mr. Spencer Taylor, leader of Spencer Taylor and the Highway QCs.